Did her experience, has it inspired you to make healthier choices, or is that something that you're still...
Well, I'm still struggling. Well, you know, I work nightclubs, you know, and there's always alcohol around. But about 9 years ago, I quit drinking. I said I had enough. And, you know, but I'm going to try to start again because I don't...
I was waiting for you to get funny on it.
No, those days are over. Those days are over for me. But there are other things that I try to do. You know, try to watch what you eat more. Unfortunately, I still smoke. You know, it's not a good... I don't smoke a lot, but any kind of smoking is bad. I've tried to turn to Cuban cigars, you know, but that kind of makes the clothing look funky and holes on your clothes. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you know, you gotta have one bad habit, right? You can't go through life totally. You know, I don't expect to live forever, but my mom had a long life. My mom lived well into her 90s. So I hope I take off after her.
Well, one of the things I want to convince you is number one, I'm convinced that you can eat all the food you love and make it healthier. The smoking is one that I will challenge you and everyone else on, because no one needs to smoke, in both smoking, secondhand smoke, thirdhand smoke, the absolute worst thing you can do for your health. So that would be the one thing where I would say, don't give up the food you love, modify them. The smoking, and I tell anyone watching, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, that is the best decision you can make for your health. But I was hoping that we might be able to today convince you that eating healthier doesn't mean giving up your favorite foods.
No, it doesn't. For a long time, I would smoke because there are hungry children in North Carolina who grow tobacco, and I need to smoke for them, you know? So,
they will be okay.
I can't be selfish with my lungs, you know? I care about them. But it's...
That's an interesting way of looking at it.
You know, I used to do this thing on my act where I said that that is the government's fault because they're always telling us that secondhand smoke is really the dangerous part. So I'd rather have the firsthand smoke. But all jokes aside, it is not something that I recommend. I'm glad both my kids, they don't smoke. I never smoked in front of them, you know. I always had to sneak around, and once in a while, my kid Paul would find me, and he'd smash my cigarettes, and he goes, and I said, I don't know where they came from. You know, I said, there's a cigarette fairy around here. But overall, I have so many things to be grateful. You know, I go back to my high school, and I've talked to a lot of my friends, and you know. In Compton, the only doctor we had was Dr. Dre, and
I'm not sure what medical school he went to.
Well, I'll tell you, he's rich enough to buy a...
Exactly, Dr. Dre,
He could start his own medical school.
He could.
He's the most successful doctor I know. I will say that.
Try to get an appointment with him, but he's I mean, there's a lot to be grateful. Compton gets a lot of publicity, negativity, but I always found it, you know, a place where I'm proud of it. You know, it has made news around the world. You know.